Easy enough done. Now we can access the prop shaft. And there's two on this GTR. The gearbox sits at the back of the engine. So there's one prop shaft which sends the drive from the engine to the rear diff, and another prop for the front wheels, which sends power from the back of the gearbox to the front differential, I believe. Both of these have got to be disconnected to allow the engine to come down without the gearbox attached to it. There's 4 bolts holding in one, and then we can slide that out of the way. Then there's 4 bolts holding in the other one, and we can separate the other one from the middle as well, which is what I'm doing now. And that's both of them out of the way. Then we spotted some coolant lines running to the back of the gearbox. Oh, look, it's going to the gearbox. Is that going to be a problem with lowering it down?
Only if you leave it connected.
So there's another thing we need to disconnect. The coolant feed and the coolant return pipe to what seems to be a gearbox cooler. And once we've disconnected them, we can leave that coolant to drain out. And whilst we was underneath the car, we thought it was the best time to disconnect the steering column from the steering rack using this one single pinch bolt. And that is all done underneath. Next step, we're going to take the bumper off so we can access all the coolant hoses and oil at the front of the car. This front bumper and this front splitter is one huge piece which sort of works its way underneath the car. So we undo the bolts from underneath, then a couple bolts each side into the wing, a few clips on top, and then we can pull the bumper out of the way. Bumper is off. We can just see the charge cooler in there, and we will be replacing that. Now we've got to disconnect all the wiring, get all the fluids out, and drop the engine out. Let's go. It's time for the GTR's V6 engine to be removed. First things first, let's disconnect the battery. Something we probably should have done earlier. But whilst my dad's doing that, I'm disconnecting the induction pipes. Hey! The goal here is just to disconnect everything which is connected to the engine, which will be staying on the car. And these air boxes will be removed and definitely replaced to get some more power. But we'll get on to that. Now, it's time for the coolant hoses to come off. So the whole engine loom, all the wiring, runs around the top of the engine, through the bulkhead, down along, down the battery, and then the ECU for the engine is underneath here. So we've got to take off a lot of this dash to get to all of the engine wiring loom.